Okay, so let's see if we can try 13.4 and number 20, which is I want to take this decimal expansion, which is 6.19, and the 19 repeats, and I want to make this into a fraction. Okay, so first things first, strip off the easy part. What's the easy part?
6.19.
Let's go with 6. 6 is the easy part, right? And then there's this plus. Okay, so then there's like a 19, right? So that's 19 what? Hundredths, right? And then there's another 19, and that's over, let's see, that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, right? And I'm just talking about this guy here, right?
You wrote 1,000 again.
Sorry, I can't keep track of zeros. So that's 19 in the 10,000ths place, right? And how does 10,000 relate to 100?
It's 100 squared.
It's 100 squared. And then the next one is going to be 19 over, and what's this place here? That's the
100 cubed.
Yeah, that's 1 over 10 to the 6th, right? Which is 100 cubed, and so forth, right? And so then I think you should split this into 2 pieces. So I'm going to split this into the 6, right? So there's a 6. And then I'm going to, I need to write that thing as a geometric, right? Okay. So what have I got there? There's a 19, right? There's 19, and then I'm multiplying 19 by 1 over 100 plus 1 over 100 squared plus 1 over 100 cubed, and so on, right?
So it'd be 19 parentheses 1 over 100 to the power of n.
Yeah, so this whole guy, right, is the sum of 1 over 100 all to the power of n, and I'm starting at n is what? So just that piece. What power of 100 am I starting? 1 over 100 am I starting with? 1. So we're going from n is 1 to infinity, all right? You guys with me?
You could also write it as 100 to the power of negative n.
Totally. I would recommend this way because this way is the one I have the formula for. Or you can just make a new formula. You guys remember where the formula starts yet? So I have this thing, right, that I developed the other day, that there's a sum of r to the n's from n is something to infinity, and that gives me 1 over 1 minus r. You guys remember this one? Where does this one start?
Starts at 0.
Yeah, good. This one starts at 0. Does that thing start at 0?
No.
No, that one starts at 1, right?
Because if it started at 0, then.
If it starts at 0, then I could just use this formula. You guys see that? Yes? Maybe?
I see.
Okay, so how do I make it start at 0? What do I need to do?
-1.
Yeah, I need to take this thing, right? Subtract the first term off of it. You guys see that? So if I subtract 1 from both sides here, right, then I'll have the sum from n is 1 to infinity of r to the n. and that'll be this stuff, 1 over 1 minus r, and then minus 1. You guys see how I modified this thing? If there were several missing, right, I'd just subtract all the ones that were missing. Yeah. So if there were 2 or 3, then I'd subtract 2 or 3. A better idea might actually be to factor out of this. I could factor a 1 over 100. So if I factor out here I factored out a 19, right? Because there was a 19 in the top of everything. Well, there was 100 in the bottom of everything too. So I could have factored out a 19 over 100, and then I wouldn't be dealing with this problem. Yeah, then whatever. So I would just go ahead and use this since we developed it. So we got 6 plus 19, and then what's our sum there? About 1 over 1 minus 1 over 100. Right, that's my 1 over 1 minus r. And then I needed to subtract 1 to get things to work. Fix the indice problem. Yeah, exactly.
What was the question that he asked?
He said, so I wouldn't need the minus 1 here if I had factored out 100 up here. And he's right, I wouldn't. But I'll get the same thing either way. Cool. So a little arithmetic here, I'll get you to an honest fraction. What's up?
How does subtracting 1 get n from 0 to 1?
How does subtracting
In
work?
that.
Oh, so this guy here, right, is r to the 0 plus r to the 1 plus r to the 2 plus, and so on, right? R to the 0, though, is 1.
Oh, okay.
So if I want this to start at r to the 1, I can just knock that 1 off the beginning, push it on the other side. Yeah, because whatever to the 0 is 1, as long as the whatever isn't 0. And I'm not going to write this equation, I'm not going to bother to write this with r is 0, right? Cool?
Can we do one where we split up I?
Well, we split up the
I mean, like, sort of infinity n equals 1, and then there's a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.